Hey everyone, starting another video and sorry for the tired look. I woke up in the most chaotic city in Brazil.
Maybe I won't.
I have to tell you, what city is this here? I have something to tell you, which is the following. In 2018, basically in May 2018, I launched the first video about tattoos here on this channel. Something I didn't want to do, since this channel was for having fun with my friends, making prank videos, funny videos. But I released this video intending to help people who, like me, lived in rural areas, didn't have access to so many materials or to many clients. And this video took on a scale I did not imagine. I saw that there were many people living in the same situation as me, especially living in rural areas and dreaming of becoming a tattoo artist one day. Time went by, it reached a scope I didn't expect and a proportion I couldn't imagine. And what I have to say is that if you have a dream, believe in it, because one day you can get there. And today I'm here to share some news with you. I'm in São Paulo to represent the Nexus Pro team at Tattoo Week 2024.
What's up? What's up? What's up? Hey there! Hey there!
We are talking at
Pokemon
the event
2, right? Now I want to compete.
And when I walked in, there was already a guy with an owl on his back and a girl with a snake around her neck. And with that she kept stroking the snake's head. I even asked to hold her snake, but I didn't have the courage. And since I had arrived later, there was already an enormous queue of works to be evaluated. From healed works to the most recent ones. And for those of you who don't know how it works, each day of the event, a certain number of categories are evaluated. For example, on Friday, which was the first day of the event, the finishes were already being evaluated. In the closure category, you can submit a healed piece, as these are large works and require more than 1 year. At large conventions such as Tattoo Week, you can learn about other tattooing techniques, mainly the traditional ones like Japanese. At that moment, he was explaining how he makes the ink he uses for tattooing with sake. He has a kind of stone where he wets it with sake and then he dilutes the ink. The ink is called nankin and comes in a stick. He needs to rub this stick on his board to break it down and release its pigment. The first free tattoo removal session was also happening. That's when I got the idea to try it to see if it really hurts more than getting the tattoo. Just one is enough.
Really? How so?
It was...
While I was touring the Nexus stand, the chaos was already underway. This was the first event the Nexus team participated in. There were some strange things there. Selling like those devil babies on the tree, which is a great gift for you to give to your grandmother who never misses a day at church. Show up with this gift for her and say it's to decorate the stove. And speaking of gifts, I got a shirt. I quickly asked him to sign his name, otherwise I'd get home with this shirt, and my mom would say it was a lie and make me return it.
Thank you.
Hey!
On the way I met this man tattooing and asked him for some advice. And it seems he knows a lot about painting because the only thing he told me is that the ink shouldn't be dry. And near him there was this kid who was drawing a helicopter on another person's leg. This tattoo is already riding a helicopter and this one installed Pablo Marcel's code. There were also these guys who looked nice but they were drawing horror movie stuff on another's back, poor guy. A bunch of demons. And in the middle of the event they set up a ring. They said that only the best of the best were there. It was the Tattoo Week All-Star ring.
What's up?
Boy, can you believe they brought a car in there? It was the first time I saw a Ferrari. And the first time I saw someone having lunch looking at a car instead of watching television. Boy, I don't know how those guys could stand such a big tattoo. They even posed for pictures, but later...
Turned off the camera, his face showing pain.
There was a reggae show with Mato Seco, but judging by the smell of smoke, that grass was already catching fire. Back at the Nexus booth, there was this tattoo happening, which is a fusion between Urbano and Alexandre. And to compete in the fusion category, it needs to be a tattoo blending two styles, or made by two tattoo artists at the same time. There was also this monkey tattoo for Best of the Day, done by Barney Bonilla. And on the other side was Mano Leo Moraes doing this Ayrton Senna in pointillise. requires patience.
Legend has it that this tattoo will be finished before it has been a year since Lewis Hamilton raced with Ayrton Senna's car.
And there at All Stars, the guys were like gladiators. It was a spectacle of its own, and you could learn a lot just by watching. There was even a girl wanting to be Bruno Moreira's screen. But then who wouldn't want to, right? Even I would, and I'm not the sharpest.
Wow, wow.
And for those of you wondering if anyone felt unwell with tattoos of that size, there's your answer. Inside the event there was an ambulance and a first aid station. And for those who are beginner tattoo artists, I highly recommend participating in these events, even if just to visit. In it, you can observe various ways of working and different techniques, which can add a lot to your way of tattooing. And that's Natalia. She was the one taking care of us and coordinating everything at the booth. She didn't stop for a minute with the and to Zinho, who made a room just for him to tattoo, but then I found out that he has attention deficit. And at the last conventions, he couldn't finish the work because he couldn't concentrate. That Chinese guy there is the owner of Poseidon, which manufactures various tattoo materials and was visiting our stand. Or I even found a subscriber who has the channel's name tattooed. And at this convention, there was everything. From a booth where they remove tattoos, to a booth showing how a tattoo was made using general anesthesia. But what surprised me the most was seeing Tampa using a pen to tattoo, the guy who only uses a coil machine.
I can't fly. Pirate, pirate, pirate. I want it so much. I want to know the handle there on the ground.
It was already the end of the second day. I had finally learned to walk inside a building and needed to prepare myself psychologically to compete for the best. On Sunday. The best of the day category works as follows. You have from when the convention opens until the tattoo judging moment. To complete a piece, it has to be done on the same day. There is no specific category. The theme, free. If you are lucky and the categories are delayed during evaluation, you can get 8 to 10 hours to complete your work. And to compete, I created an image using artificial intelligence and digital image editors to compose my drawing. My creative process is quite simple. First, I create the story behind the drawing. After that, I imagine how this story would look if it were an image. Then I just create what's in my head.
Hey, what's up? What's up?
But since not everything is rosy, let's talk a bit about the Tat Week 2024 judging. The lack of transparency in the scoring criteria. It would be much better if, just like in sports, the results were clearer and more accessible. Direct and constructive feedbacks make a difference for many participants. For example, during the judging, the jurors covered their mouths so that people couldn't see what they were saying. If instead the tattoo artist could go in with the canvas and hear that criticism directly from them, it could greatly aid in progress and even help improve the quality of the event. Allowing early registrations would also be a great improvement. For example, from my booth that was right at the entrance of the event, which was distant and far from the stage, when it was announced calling for registration in some category, it was not possible to hear. Another thing that is not limited only to tattooing is the lack of encouragement for originality. I believe that the process of creating the drawing and the tattoo should be a decisive criterion in the evaluation, besides using photo research. This way the judges will be able to know if that tattoo is a copy and indeed have time to do this within the evaluation booth. Each evaluation was about 1 to 5 minutes, which gave the judge plenty of time to take a photo and conduct a search. And those were my impressions about Tattoo Week. if there's something I recommend to you, and you're a tattoo artist starting in this field, it's to visit a convention and, if possible, visit Tattoo Week. There it is an immersion of knowledge, and if you know how to observe, you will leave with a huge wealth of knowledge, as it will be one of the few chances you will see so many renowned tattoo artists with great techniques tattooing at the same time. And my tip for you who want to go compete is to bring an original piece. And that's it, folks. Today's video ends here. I want to thank every subscriber, every follower who came and took a picture with me. I never imagined the channel had been important to so many people like that. I am very happy for your affection. I also want to thank the Nexus Pro team who took me to this event. So if you want to use any of their products, for example the Scarlet cartridges or the Blaze machine, which is the one I use and recommend, there is a promotional link here in the description. You will click on it with the Nexus 5 coupon. You will get between 5 and 15% off on any Nexus Pro product there at Artifusion, and by using this coupon, you make it possible for them to take me to more events and I can bring more complete reviews here for you. Today's video ends here. We're in this together and see you next time.
Hey! What's up?